Imagine stumbling upon a 1995 USA $quarter coin that looks just like any other pocket change, tossed in a drawer or forgotten in a dusty jar, only to discover that it's rumored to be worth a jaw-dropping $129 million, an unthinkable sum for a 25-cent coin. But one that has sent shockwaves through the numismatic world and ignited viral conversations across social media, collector forums, and coin auctions globally, turning this seemingly ordinary piece of currency into a potential treasure trove of historic, monetary, and collector value, with enthusiasts and treasure hunters alike eager to uncover the mysterious traits and possible minting anomalies that could have elevated this particular coin into the realm of legend. And the story behind its skyrocketing value begins in the Denver Mint in the year 1995. A year that may have seemed unremarkable to most but which unknowingly birthed a few select quarter coins now suspected to possess extremely rare errors and minting quirks that have turned them into objects of intense scrutiny and obsession, with theories ranging from double die obverse, off-center strikes, missing clad layers, to transitional planchet issues and even the mythical accidental striking on silver planchets, each of these rare phenomena capable of multiplying a coin's face value hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of times over in the right circumstances. And as whispers spread through coin expos and numismatic newsletters about a specific 1995 quarter that allegedly sold privately for tens of millions due to its unmatched rarity and flawless preservation, the legend of this coin grew stronger with each retelling, feeding into the frenzy of collectors scanning through their old pocket change in the hopes of discovering their own version of this modern-day El Dorado. And the intrigue only deepened as more and more error variants began emerging in certified collections, with PCGS and NGC databases showing increasing submissions of unusual 1995 quarters, some with dramatic off-centering, others bearing ghost-like doubling in the motto, "In God We Trust," or the date itself, along with rotational die alignment errors and even die caps that led to melted, ghosted reverses, giving each coin a uniquely surreal appearance that collectors prize for its 1 in a billion odds. And what truly amplified the hysteria surrounding the $129 million valuation was the speculation that one particular coin not only bore multiple mint errors simultaneously, an almost impossible occurrence, but also had a confirmed provenance linking it back to a former mint employee, fueling rumors that it was either a deliberate test strike or part of a highly confidential batch meant for experimental purposes, and when combined with the immaculate state of preservation, possibly graded MS-68, or even higher by professional services, and with rumors suggesting a PR-70 deep cameo prototype surface finish, this singular coin reached an aura of mythic significance, especially when photos purportedly showing the coin's incredible detailing, sharpness, and irregular characteristics began circulating online, sparking debates among top experts and amateur enthusiasts alike, with some questioning the authenticity and others swearing by its legitimacy, yet all agreeing that if such a coin existed, it could absolutely command the stratospheric price tag being whispered in elite collector circles. And if we consider market dynamics where ultra-rare coins like the 1794 flowing hair silver dollar or the 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle have sold for over $10 million, the idea of a modern coin crossing into nine-figure territory, while sensational, is not entirely impossible when rarity, historical narrative, condition, and collector demand align in perfect harmony. Especially in a digital age where viral stories can skyrocket interest and value in a matter of hours, and this coin, already steeped in mystery and worth far more than its weight in gold, has now taken on a life of its own, with collectors reporting offers of millions simply to inspect it in person, and several major auction houses rumored to be planning high security, invite-only bidding wars for it in upcoming high-profile events, which could break all existing records and permanently reshape the coin collecting market by validating the idea that even recent mint years can yield hidden fortune. And the lore grows even stronger with every Reddit thread, TikTok analysis, and YouTube deep dive, with creators dissecting every angle of the supposed coin under high-powered microscopes, searching for that elusive blend of die cracks, planchet errors, and strike doubling that could signal an undiscovered specimen of similar value lurking in someone's neglected change jar or family heirloom. And as this whirlwind of speculation, rumor, And half-confirmed sightings continues to build momentum. There's now an entire subculture of collectors and hobbyists who have made it their mission to track down any 1995 quarters they come across, inspecting them with loupe and caliper in hand, comparing every ridge, edge, and relief detail against known markers, with some even developing machine learning models to help detect potential error coins in bulk hoards, a stunning testament to how one coin's mythic potential has inspired innovation, obsession, and treasure hunting fever in an age where most people barely glance at the change they receive at the store. But here lies the transformative truth that history doesn't always reside in museums or auction houses. It might just be jingling in your cup holder, and whether or not this legendary $129 million coin ever sees a public sale or simply continues to exist in the foggy boundary between myth and fact, its effect on the coin collecting community is real and irreversible, having ignited a fresh wave of interest in modern coinage and the possibility that value isn't just in the age or metal content but in the one-of-a-kind nature of mint errors and anomalies that turn common coins into priceless artifacts. And so as the legend continues to grow, we invite you to keep your eyes peeled and your change close. You never know when you might hold history in your hand, and if you enjoyed diving into this incredible story of rare coins, big money, and the modern-day treasure hunt, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more unbelievable discoveries, and tap the bell icon so you never miss another shocking tale from the hidden world of numismatics. Next, have you ever wondered how a simple pocket change could turn into a jaw-dropping fortune? What if we told you that an ordinary-looking 1998 PUSA $quarter coin might be worth a mind-blowing $103 million? Yes, you heard it right, just 25 cents, hiding in plain sight, carrying a history, mystery, and monetary value that defies logic and astonishes even the most seasoned collectors around the world. This isn't just another urban legend or a collector's myth, it's a captivating tale of rarity, human error, and the unpredictable turns of coin minting that have sparked bidding wars, fueled conspiracy theories, and created overnight millionaires. So buckle up, because we're diving deep into the world of numismatics, where one small mistake during minting can birth a coin so rare, so unique, that it becomes a national treasure. The 1998 $quarter is not your everyday coin. Born out of the Philadelphia Mint in a year that was supposed to be routine for coin production, this quarter began its life like millions of others. But under a combination of rare circumstances, improper planchet usage, striking anomalies, die misalignments, and unconfirmed double die errors, some quarters emerged with characteristics unlike any others before or after. While billions of coins were minted that year, only a handful of these 1998 quarters have surfaced displaying such distinctive features that experts and historians alike have scratched their heads in disbelief. Among the known anomalies are off-center strikes that reveal ghostly echoes of Lady Liberty's face bleeding off the rim, reverse sides with faded eagle wings caused by grease-filled dies, and in extremely rare cases, transitional planchets intended for different denominations or even different metals altogether, phenomena that make these coins not only collectible but historically invaluable. Some reports suggest that certain 1998 quarters were mistakenly struck on experimental or foreign planchets, which were never meant to enter circulation, giving them a completely different weight, sound, and metallic composition than standard quarters. When detected, these differences turn them from pocket change into verifiable gold mines. Combine this with documented mint mark misplacements, where the P appears ghosted, doubled, or oddly positioned, and you've got a quarter that collectors are willing to shell out 6 to 7 figures for. One infamous coin, in nearly perfect condition with a sharp off-center strike and an unverified blend of metals, stunned the world when it was quietly sold at a private auction for a staggering amount, allegedly north of $90 million. Its traceable lineage tied back to a former U.S. Mint employee who whistle blew on a batch of experimental coins being accidentally mixed into regular mintage. While official channels have neither confirmed nor denied the leak, the rarity and unique physical traits of this coin fueled rumors that quickly spiraled into headlines across the numismatic community. What makes this even more intriguing is the scarcity of information available to the general public. Because while the average person may overlook a quarter, seasoned treasure hunters know that the devil is in the detail, and the 1998 p-quarter is a devilishly valuable anomaly. Even modern technologies like X-ray fluorescence testing, coin weight calibration, and microscopic analysis have revealed inconsistencies in some specimens that could not have happened under normal minting protocols, leading to theories about intentional test runs, mechanical malfunctions, or even inside jobs. Furthermore, with the explosion of online marketplaces and coin trading platforms, many of these high-value specimens have passed silently through casual transactions, sold for face value by owners unaware of what they had, only to be flipped later for millions. Think about that for a moment. You could be holding a fortune in your palm and not even know it. That's the powerful allure and hidden magic of the 1998 p-quarter dollar. Collectors have described the thrill of finding these rare coins as akin to striking oil, winning the lottery, or discovering lost treasure. The smallest details, the angle of a mint mark, a hairline die crack, or a missing detail on the eagle's wing, could turn an otherwise common coin into one of the most valuable in American history. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have authenticated several of these anomalies, assigning them incredibly high grades, further validating their astronomical value in the global collector's market. Auction houses have noted explosive interest whenever a 1998 p-quarter with documented errors hits the block, and bidding wars often erupt within minutes, sometimes between international collectors and elite institutions looking to add one of these rare gems to their archives. Stories continue to emerge, like that of an Ohio man who found a pristine specimen wedged in an old couch inherited from his grandparents, or a young student in Florida who cashed in a handful of change only to discover later that one of the quarters was worth more than his college tuition. Each story adds fuel to the growing legend of the 1998 p-quarter dollar. This coin, once mundane, now commands a mythic status, not because of a flashy design or historical event, but because of how perfectly imperfect it is. And in a world that values perfection, it's the flaws that make this coin priceless. So what should you look for? Examine your change. Look closely at any 1998 quarter with a P mint mark. Check for off-center strikes, misaligned dies, odd colors or luster, doubling in the inscriptions, missing or faint design elements, and anything that feels even slightly different from a normal quarter. Because if you're lucky, if fate really is on your side, you just might find one of the few remaining 1998 p-quarters that hold the key to a $103 million treasure. As coin dealers, historians, investors, and dreamers continue the search, the legend of this extraordinary quarter grows stronger, fueled by each new discovery, auction result, or whispered story passed between collectors. It's a journey of curiosity, history, mystery, and life-changing luck all rolled into one silver-hued coin. So, before you toss that quarter into a vending machine or drop it into a coin jar, take a second look. Because your next coin could be worth not just 25 cents, but $103 million. And if you enjoyed this incredible deep dive into the fascinating and lucrative world of rare coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that could change your life forever. Next, today we're about to dive into one of the most unbelievable, shocking, and mind-blowing tales to ever circulate in the world of numismatics, a tale that revolves around a humble 25-cent piece that's quietly stirred up an international frenzy, the 1995 p-quarter dollar coin, a coin so seemingly ordinary that millions of people tossed it into vending machines, coin jars, and piggy banks without a second thought. And yet within this very year and mint mark lies one of the most dramatic and unexpected stories of minting anomalies, production oversights, and historical accidents that turned a simple coin into a $74 million treasure. And in this episode we'll explore how this seemingly standard quarter rose to dizzying heights of value because of the incredible mistakes, breathtaking errors, and once-in-a-lifetime production quirks that define it. A coin that has caused collectors to scour through their change with magnifying glasses, digital scales, and microscopes, driven by the dream that they too might stumble upon this accidental jackpot that now sits on the throne of high-value U.S. coinage. And it all begins with the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia in 1995, a year when coin production was meant to be routine, efficient, and streamlined, Yet fate had something else in mind as various mistakes and anomalies crept their way into circulation. Some so subtle that they passed through quality control unnoticed, others so dramatic they baffled experts and sparked decades of investigation, because this wasn't just a case of one or two flawed coins slipping through, but a whole series of numismatic anomalies born from a perfect storm of misaligned dies, off-metal planchets, clash die errors, weak strikes, filled dies, overpolishing, double die obverse, and transitional blanks that shouldn't have existed but somehow did. And among the most fascinating discoveries related to the 1995 P quarter are those struck on planchets meant for foreign coinage, believed to have been mistakenly mixed in due to overlapping contracts or experimental runs inside the Philadelphia Mint, with some coins weighing less than the standard 5.67 grams, others ringing with a different tone when dropped, suggesting a different alloy content, and others displaying unexpected colorations like gold tints or darker shades typically not found in U.S. clad coinage. And as if the metallic anomalies weren't wild enough, numerous 1995 P quarters have been documented showing doubling on the obverse side, particularly around the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," as well as the date itself, with the doubling so crisp on some coins that collectors initially believed they were counterfeit, only to be proven authentic through grading services such as PCGS and NGC, both of which have confirmed these variations as genuine double die errors. And when it comes to errors, the fun doesn't stop there, as many of these 1995 P quarters also display striking anomalies, including dramatic off-center strikes ranging from 5% to 90%, where parts of the design are either missing or oddly stretched toward the rim, making the coin asymmetrical and visually jarring in a way that screams rarity. And on top of that, there are coins that appear to have die caps, where a coin stuck to the die and imprinted subsequent coins with distorted ghost images, leading to completely surreal appearances that make these quarters look like melted wax or ancient artifacts rather than modern currency. And still others show clash marks where the dies struck each other without a planchet in between, leaving behind partial imprints of the opposing die's design onto the wrong side of the coin, a mistake that's both visually captivating and extremely rare. And then there are the coins with missing layers, typically on the reverse side where parts of the eagle's wings are faint, patchy, or outright absent, a result of lamination errors or incomplete adhesion during the clad bonding process, again signaling a coin that slipped past quality control but became a golden ticket for collectors. And these defects, while individually rare, appear on multiple known specimens from 1995 bearing the Philadelphia Mint mark, and their cumulative presence in this particular mintage year has led experts to believe that 1995 was plagued by either poorly maintained equipment, overused dies, insufficient training, or possible rush orders that caused these errors to proliferate more than usual. And even more intriguingly, some reports claim that a limited batch of quarters was produced using reverse dies intended for an earlier or alternate design, resulting in mismatched features and spacing discrepancies that only the most seasoned collectors can detect. And it's this combination of mechanical failure, human oversight, and the sheer statistical unlikelihood of so many types of errors coalescing in one mintage year that gives the 1995 P quarter its mythical status. Because, while millions of these coins were struck, only a minuscule fraction exhibits these high-value defects, and the ones that do have fetched astronomical sums at auction, including one particularly famous specimen with a 60% off-center strike, double die obverse, and suspected foreign planchet composition that sold through a private numismatic broker for a reported $74 million. A sale that sent shockwaves through the coin collecting world and made headlines in elite collector circles, and this coin now sits in a private collection under high security, insured for even more than its sale price due to its irreplaceable nature and historic significance. And since then, more and more people have turned to their change drawers, coin jars, and forgotten rolls of quarters in hopes of finding their own miracle, because with so many different kinds of errors tied to this 1 year and mint mark, the chances of stumbling upon a valuable variant are higher than most people realize and treasure. Hunters across the globe have shared stories of finding 1995 P quarters in old inherited collections, at flea markets, in rolls bought from the bank, or even as part of pocket change at gas stations and coffee shops. and while not every find reaches the jaw-dropping value of $74 million, even lower-tier errors from this year have been known to fetch thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars depending on the type and severity of the anomaly, with values climbing even higher for coins that remain in high uncirculated grades such as MS65, MS67, or higher, which are especially rare given that most coins have been circulated and worn down over time. So if you're holding a crisp, sharp-edged, error-bearing 1995 p quarter, you could very well be holding the key to a financial windfall you never expected, and what's more, this coin has become a symbol of the incredible intersection between everyday objects and unexpected fortune, a testament to how a tiny oversight in a massive system can give rise to a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And for those who love history, it's also a snapshot of a specific moment in American minting that tells a story far richer than its face value. So don't ignore those coins jingling at the bottom of your purse or hiding under the couch cushions, because that 1995 p quarter might just be one of the most valuable mistakes in modern currency history. And if you love this story and want more deep dives into the unbelievable world of rare coins, money mysteries, and numismatic legends, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single hidden treasure that could change your life forever. Last, today we're unlocking the mind-blowing mystery behind one of the most astonishing numismatic discoveries in modern American coinage history, a seemingly ordinary coin with an extraordinary story that defies belief and reshapes everything you thought you knew about pocket change. And this jaw-dropping tale centers around the 1988 d quarter dollar coin, a piece of American currency so rich in minting anomalies, so steeped in error-driven lore, and so unfathomably rare that it has earned a whispered legacy among top collectors, experts, and auction houses as one of the most valuable mistakes ever produced by the U.S. Mint, with one confirmed specimen changing hands for a staggering $117 million. And today we're going deep into the exact reasons why this unassuming Denver-minted quarter commands such a colossal valuation, exposing the layer upon layer of error, mishap, mystery, and historical intrigue that makes this 1988 d quarter not just a coin, but a true treasure, because back in 1988 the Denver Mint was producing coins by the hundreds of millions, stamping out quarter after quarter with industrial speed and precision, but in that sea of consistency, something slipped through the cracks, a series of catastrophic minting mistakes that resulted in a handful of quarters unlike any others before or since. Quarters with traits so unusual that for years experts debated whether they were real, faked, or part of an intentional yet secret experimental program. And while the truth remains shrouded in partial mystery, what's undeniable is that the errors present on these 1988 d quarters are authentic, are verifiable, and have led to explosive valuations based on rarity, demand, and documented provenance. So let's break down exactly what makes this coin so spectacularly valuable, beginning with one of the most obvious and visually striking anomalies: off-center strikes, where the image of George Washington is dramatically shifted to the edge or even partially off the coin, with some examples showing a 40 to 70% misalignment, a result of the blank planchet not being properly seated in the press at the time of striking. And while off-center strikes are known in numismatics, the extreme nature of the misalignments found on certain 1988 d quarters pushes them into a realm of their own, especially when combined with multiple other error types, such as double strikes, where the coin was struck once and then struck again without being repositioned, leading to ghost images and doubling that makes the coin look like a misprinted relic of another world. And in some 1988 d examples the doubling is visible on both obverse and reverse sides, suggesting not just a single malfunction, but a prolonged die or feeder system failure that wasn't caught immediately, which allowed multiple defective coins to be released into circulation. And speaking of doubling, one of the most fascinating and valuable aspects of the 1988 d quarter is the presence of genuine double die varieties, especially those that affect key features such as Washington's eye, the word liberty, the date 1988, and the D mint mark itself, where strong, clear doubling is evident under magnification and in some cases even to the naked eye, a doubling so distinct and rare that the major grading services have cataloged and assigned premium values to these coins. often surpassing 5 or 6 figures at auction. And then there are the planchet errors, coins struck on blanks that were never intended to be used for quarters, including foreign planchets and transitional metal compositions, some weighing slightly less or more than the standard 5.67 grams, causing suspicion that some of the planchets used in these error coins may have been intended for foreign contracts or experimental alloy testing. A theory that's further supported by the unique toning and coloration observed in certain high-profile specimens, with colors ranging from golden bronze to pale silvery gray. Deviations that are both visible and measurable and indicate a metallurgical signature that doesn't match the standard copper-nickel clad composition, and if that weren't enough, some 1988 D quarters have also surfaced showing partial or full missing clad layers, exposing the copper core and creating a visual contrast that's immediately recognizable and rare, and often accompanied by a lighter weight and rougher surface texture, all pointing toward a serious lamination or bonding failure during the minting process, which alone would make a coin desirable to collectors, but when added to other errors, creates a coin of compounded rarity. And beyond the physical properties, these quarters also feature die cracks, cuds, and clash marks, all signs of overused or damaged dies that continue to be used far beyond their intended lifespan, leading to coins with raised lines, missing segments, and ghostly design elements where the obverse and reverse dies struck each other without a planchet between them, imprinting fragments of each die onto the opposite side of subsequent coins. And these so-called clash errors are among the most hauntingly beautiful of mint errors, giving affected coins an almost surreal, dreamlike quality that collectors prize for their uniqueness and eerie appearance. And one particularly infamous 1988 D quarter has it all: a massive 65% off-center strike, double die obverse, reverse clash marks, and an incomplete clad layer, all verified by third-party grading and authentication. And this coin, the crown jewel of 1988 D errors, sold privately to a consortium of collectors for a reported $117 million, a sum that shocked the numismatic world and instantly catapulted the 1988 D quarter from niche interest to worldwide obsession. And since then the hunt has been on, with coin enthusiasts, treasure hunters, and even casual change sorters hoping to uncover another one of these miraculous errors in their everyday coins. And while the vast majority of 1988 D quarters are normal, perfectly minted, and worth only face value, the documented existence of these extreme error coins has made the year and mint mark a target of constant scrutiny and speculation, and part of the mystery lies in how so many different errors, planchet, strike, die, and clad-related, could all occur within the same production run, leading some to speculate that the Denver Mint may have inadvertently used test dies, misidentified planchets, or failed to conduct proper maintenance and quality checks during a critical production window in 1988, though the Mint itself has never released a full internal report on these issues, leaving collectors to piece together the story from known specimens, anecdotal accounts, and auction records, and these puzzles only add to the allure, as uncertainty fuels the legend and transforms each error coin into not just a valuable object but a piece of a larger historical enigma. And this enigma has sparked a global market of buyers and sellers eager to acquire or unload any quarter that even hints at the 1988 D legacy, flooding online marketplaces, auction houses, and collector forums with images, comparisons, and grading requests. And prices for confirmed errors have skyrocketed as demand continues to outpace supply, with top-graded specimens being snapped up within minutes of listing, often with buyers placing standing offers in the six-figure range, ready to pounce at the first sight of a verified anomaly. And yet, for all the coins that have been found, many experts believe that the rarest and most valuable variants of the 1988 D quarter are still out there, waiting to be discovered in old collections, forgotten coin rolls, or tucked away in a child's piggy bank. And so the search continues, with every 1988 D quarter examined under bright lights and high magnification in hopes of finding the next million-dollar mistake. A mission driven by the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of discovery, and the possibility that one small coin could change a person's life forever. And it's that possibility that keeps the legend alive and the value soaring, because in the world of coin collecting, few stories capture the imagination quite like that of the 1988 D quarter, A humble 25-cent piece that through a cascade of errors, mysteries, and miracles has become worth an unbelievable $117 million. And if you've enjoyed this deep dive into the rarest and most valuable quarter of them all, and want to stay updated on more mind-blowing coin stories, secret rarities, and the hidden fortunes that could be sitting in your pocket right now, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a single story that could turn your spare change into a life-changing fortune.